Can anybody hear me?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense. The first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll look to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Balaj fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gun! All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First foray into the red zone for Miami. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run here with Balaj. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now Balaj. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it
Can you
over,
guys hear
you lose
me?
momentum, and when they take
I
it
may
down,
not have caught the flight, but I am on the
that's gonna be
podcast.
possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better
Let me
be,
know if you
because
guys can hear me.
otherwise,
Type in the
it's gonna
chat
be a long
box.
day for you.
Don't have that many
Loss of
views
2
in here
there.
right now.
Second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Max is up pretty big to start. I was trying to watch it on my phone while my laptop was upgrading.
Second and 12.
It's a big 10-0 start. It's still early in the game, in the first quarter here, finishing up.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own
Last time I was able to see, I saw the Eagles driving. Not sure what happened. Max got the ball back, ended up scoring a touchdown.
For some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this will be broken up and incomplete.
Third and forever here for the Eagles.
They may be going backward here. So instead of
Carson Wentz in the shotgun, drops back to pass, 4 receivers on each side. Got a flag on the play. I'm assuming it's going to be a hold. It is. Will be declined. Miami will take the ball.
Gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. Excellent work on the run back there.
The worst thing the Eagles can do right now is get down on themselves. If, DevNat in our league, the quarters are so long. Anything could happen. Momentum shifts so fast. The worst thing the Eagles could do is really bury themselves and get down on themselves. I think, there's always potential to come back in any game in this league.
Kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Max really has nothing to play for here. He's already clinched his division, pretty sure. He loves the motion receivers across the middle of the field. Hitting the drag across the middle of the field. Gain of 2. Picks up a 3rd and 8. Eagles have a good defensive stand going right now. Let's hopefully he can lock down. Max loves the 3 receiver sets. He bounces between every single formation. Always keeping everybody on balance, but always having 3 to 1 side, seems like.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position
Oh, big time fucking breakup. Not sure what the hell happened. There is a holding call. Assuming he'll decline that and force him to punt, he will. Good defensive stand by the Eagles there. They needed that big time. Max has a chance to punish him in field position with a good punt. Wind is a little bit crazy, 10 miles an hour right back at him. Still a solid punt down to the 11-yard line. Eagles, he's going to make the Eagles earn this. Max is a good player. He's not going to give it away. He's not the type of player to give away a game. Very rare if he does.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
He had somebody wide open, forces the ball right into double coverage for an easy pick. Returns it back to the 6-yard line of the Eagles. This is what I was talking about. This is where the Eagles cannot fuck up. You cannot dig yourself into a hole against Trifus. If it wasn't game, that is going to seal the deal.
ready for whatever they put out there.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here.
The problem with digging himself a hole against Trifus has a run game. Trifus can eat clock. He will keep time of possession on his side. The Eagles don't even have a total. Well, like I played against Max. He's definitely on another level. He's more creative into the playbook this year. I had Max beat. He did beat me though. His offense is tough to stop, man. He keeps you on your toes on defense. He's gonna get. And that's the problem. You play from behind against Max, you're in trouble. You got to keep Max on his toes as well. If you get him ahead and you let him be comfortable, it's trouble for you. He has solid defense and he has a good run game. Eagles get another solid defensive stand here. Keeps it a 2-possession game. This kind of looks a lot like the Raiders-Broncos game. If anybody was able to catch that. The Dolphins have had a chance to be up 21-0, no problem in this half. Completely one-sided game. They have all the yards, over 100. The Eagles don't even have 20 yet. But still a 2-touchdown game. He's keeping the Eagles in this.
We'll see if they can do better. I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence. See what happens. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good run by the Eagles, and that's what the Eagles need to do. That's why I said don't panic. Stick to the run game. If anything's been working, it's been the run. The pass has not been there.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. When you're putting together a formula for winning,
Decides to run another strong power to the left. He loses a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3. Oh, he lost 2 there. Should I go run again? I don't even care. I'm going with the run again. No, Max definitely Frito. No, I agree. Max's defense definitely he does his thing. He does his thing every single week. He forced me to throw fucking stupid picks to keep him in the game. Honestly, I've changed my whole entire offensive mindset because of that loss to Max. I haven't lost since I've lost to Max, and I plan to keep it that way. And speaking of the devil, there's another user alert by his defense. He really has a chance to break this game open. I think he even gets the ball at half. So if he scores a touchdown here, I don't like to put stamps on games early, but it is not.
And he is paying it off in a big run. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble.
Uh-oh, fucking fumble. Big defensive stop by the Eagles. Sacked. Max loves that read option. He always loves to set up his play action, crossers play. That's why he loves that 3 wide receiver set, because it always leaves the pass open and leaves the defense vulnerable. Big fucking stop by the defense there. Philadelphia has 3 turnovers. They can just keep themselves under control.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 15.
Absolutely no blocking on the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wins to throw on 2nd down. And a hit jarred loose.
He lines up in the spread.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows
He's got a lot of time here. Hits an open receiver. Good defense by Max. I would have honestly just scrambled that right there. Carson Wentz, get him in the rhythm here. This is where Max likes to bring pressure on these 3rd and long situations. I would not be surprised if he does here. He sure does. Yes, sir. I knew that was coming. Very familiar with Max's game. That was a hell of a play call in his situation.
The
It's a
Dolphins
battle.
getting set
Yeah,
to
it's
go
a
here.
battle right now.
And last
The
time, the
score really
Falcons
doesn't
were
show
ahead.
the
They still
way
have
this
the
game is
lead.
gone.
I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer,
All
right?
right, see what the Dolphins are going to do.
Clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to
Come
be
out in a
perfect
double
at all
single
times.
back set.
They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Looks like a run here. Skipping to the other side.
2.
Yeah, it is a run to the right. He loves motioning to the run.
Trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive today.
Good D by the Eagles there in that 3-3-5, I think it was.
Tend to develop as the game moves on.
He usually eats up the 3-3-5. Good thing he was included there.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just.
Dolphins run it up the middle. Hides behind his blockers. Picks up a solid gain there. 6. The running back is 50 yards. You know, Max. If each player just needs to stick to the run, being honest, they both look like shit trying to pass.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Coming down to the 2-minute warning, the Dolphins up 13-0, the 3rd and 4 at their own 26-yard line. Game's been pretty much in Miami's control. Really trying to break it open by scoring before the half. I think he gets ball back at halftime. Could be a huge turn here if he succeeds.
Brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes.
Nice pass there. Curl underneath, down to the 45. Hess looks on fire right now. I mean, he looks like I don't even know, Dan Marino out there in that Dolphins uniform. 5 for 6, 1 touchdown in the day.
And they'll go with the ground attack here.
He's not really making a mistake besides getting sacked and fumbling.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
They try to quick hitter
Stick to the run, Max. He does. He runs it up the middle.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook.
Looking to pass. Got a lot of time. Hits a deep cross on the right sideline. Another completion for Hess. 6 for 7. Here we go with the hurry up up-tempo offense. And he decides to call a timeout instead. Down to the 42-yard line, just crossing the 50.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Dolphins coming out in 4 wide tight set here. 1 sidecar to the right. This is going to be a nice play. This is one of Max's go-to plays out of this formation. Got to really control that middle linebacker. He does. Ooh, I thought that was a sack fumble again. Good defensive stand here by the Eagles. They gotta come up strong. This is where Max could be caught in a position of forcing something. Right back to his standard bunch set trips.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down.
Looking for that drag as usual. He has the corner. He throws it out of bounds, completely wild. He hasn't been that inaccurate. 6 for 9, almost 100 yards passing. It speaks for itself.
Guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Detroit! Detroit!
Right back to the bunch set. Just flip sides. Sidecar to the left, bunch to the right. Motions him out. This is a play out of Sads' fucking book right here. Good play by Trifus. Definitely in field goal position right now. Kicking it up to the hurry up, trying to make some noise. Same formation, sticking to his guns. Doesn't seem like much of a difference here. You audible. Still got that deep cross and corner route. This time he runs. That's a good play call. Defense is tired. 18 seconds, 2 timeouts, 17 down to the 20-yard line. Dolphins knocking at that door here late for the half.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. They corral him just a couple yards.
Trio to the left, trips to the left, sidecar to the right. Draws back to pass, running back wide open, unaccounted for. Got blocking downfield, down to the 2-yard line, 11 seconds left. Miami out of timeouts, or they have one timeout left. They just called the last one down to their final. They have time for 2 plays here, or a run and a spike if necessary. Pass, even 2 pass plays they have time for. You got 11 seconds, make it something quick. Let's see what they do here.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Ooh, he comes in untouched. This is a big turn of events. He caught the ball. Time's going to run out here going into halftime. Good defensive stand, maybe a lucky one by the Eagles. We're going to go into halftime with the Dolphins up pretty much in complete control of the game. They're up 13-0. They do kick off at half, so it's a good thing they didn't receive half. Damn, that's unfortunate. Quarterback got hit while throwing. The receiver still decided to catch the ball instead of letting it just hit off the ground. Clock kept going. Didn't have time to spike it.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off.
Damn, getting at least 3 there would have been solid.
As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone,
Still a 2 fucking possession game after all this. The Eagles can turn it around right here. You know how Dev Knack gets after halftime. The game takes huge strides. Comes out in 4 wide. Good run up the middle. That wham play is money, especially when run right.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays.
The Dolphins have allowed negative 12 passing yards. You heard that here first. Negative 12. Unbelievable. Eagles doing what I've been said up here in the booth, sticking to the run, making a couple goofy jukes. Should have just stayed downfield. He had it for at least a couple more yards. 2nd and 8, good run off the right side. Coming back out, 2 receivers to the left, 1 tight end to the right, running back sidecar to the right. Dropping back to pass. Has a tight end going, or receiver going for an out. Now, Carson Wentz, he has 2 completions and 2 interceptions. He has not looked good all game. We just got to get him, if he has a solid drive, he'll get some better composure. Carson Wentz is a good enough athlete to really, make changes in this game no matter how bad he plays. But if his confidence is down, he'll just keep throwing and forcing picks. Eagles sticking to the run, right off tackle to the left. It's going to be close. We do have an injury on the play for Miami. It's 4th and 1. If I'm the Eagles, I'm going for this. Have some balls. Playoff implications on the line here.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
They are going for it. They got 2 receivers in the huddle, 3 tight ends. They're coming out heavy with the guns. Let's see what they got. Going to goal line set, 2 tight ends, 1 tight end wing. Quarterback sneak right off the right side. 1st down, Carson Wentz. First down for the Eagles in what is probably their best drive of the game so far. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want him to score. If he scores, it makes the game interesting. We got 3-4 defense. Good play call by the Eagles. He just didn't hit the hole. Ran a draw up the middle.
He looked like one of those guys.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Some extra space.
Eagles coming out in the spreads. Running back side car to the right. Tight end to the left. Hits the running back outside the backfield unaccounted for. Breaks a tackle. Fights down for another tackle down to the 44-yard line for a nice solid gain. It's now 3rd and 3. This is a big play here. I mean, you're in 4-down territory for the Eagles. You're not past the 30 yet. I mean, you could take a field goal, but you got to get at least 8 yards here to get in field goal range at least.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Thought they had something.
He's got a couple receivers wide open. He throws it low, and the fucking cornerback picks it off. He's taking it back. He does get brought down by the lineman on a nice defensive stand by Trifus. I do not agree with the low passing on the curl when he was playing underneath coverage, hard flat. You've seen the corner drop. I just don't know what the Eagles were thinking there. He had the corner wide open on the backside. He was just eyeballing one receiver. Trifus taking advantage of the momentum, falling forward for what I think is a 1st down, 2nd and inches. Trifus really has a chance now to just put this game away, eat up a lot of time. The running game has been solid.
You've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Dolphins decide to run it off to the left. Does get caught up on his own man at the 30-yard line. Another big rush crossing for 1st down, 1st and 10, Dolphins. Good play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And taking it to the 15.
Dolphins line up in an I formation, offset tight end to the right side. He chooses to run it right up the gut on the right side for another big gain of 15 yards. 1st down to the 15. That was backup running back Mike Gillisley. Good job on the carry there. The holes are just opening up now. The confidence of the Eagles is slowly diminishing. I think the Dolphins have a huge opportunity to just put a dagger in their heart right now. He's lining up in running sets, so I don't think he's going to stop running. I wouldn't if I was him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent
Comes on the strong set, decides to run the stretch play. The stretch play is there. I think there's going to be a hold there on the offensive tackle. Good run. But it's just going to be brought back for a 10-yard penalty.
20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Coming out 5 wide here. Hits the damn receiver underneath for a drag. Breaks one tackle, carries 2 tackles. It takes a gang to bring him down. Hess has been playing pretty conservative, but has not made a mistake. He's just controlling the game. Has great clock management right now. He's almost getting ready to throw for 200 yards. I want to say he's only had 3 incompletions thus far. He does have 1 touchdown.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
Trifus sticking to the run right up the gut. There is a fumble on the play. He does recover his own fumble. Madden just trying to give the Eagles some sort of hope. The Eagles could get a turnover here. It's 3rd down. Believe it or not, he could hold the Dolphins to 3 and still be within 2 possessions and still be in this game with a lot of time left. Touchdown does some real damage because he hasn't been able to get much started on offense.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover.
He comes down with it back in the end. He drops it. Oh, he drops it in the back of the end zone. You've got to catch those. You've got to catch those balls. He's going to go for the field goal here, win in his favor, 10 miles an hour.
Just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Dolphins going up with all this ruckus, all this noise, all the stats. He's only up 16-0. The Eagles really have a chance here, but their time is waning thin. They have to fucking come down and drive down the field. Maybe even fast in a hurry, get a quick touchdown, get momentum on their side. They had a good drive last time on a dumb forced pass for interception. So he did have a little bit of rhythm. Let's see what he does on this drive. He only has 40 yards on the day. He has been pretty silent. Most of the yards came on the last drive alone.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
He decides to stick to the run. No reason not to. There's plenty of time. He does stutter step in the backfield and gets brought down. I don't even think he got a couple. I mean, he did get a couple yards there. Second down and 8. But the run, the hole was there. You know, I don't know if he's mastered the controls of his run game. I don't know his stats. I don't know how good he is with his running back, but it doesn't seem like, at least this game, he knows how to run. Drops back to pass and a bench play. Horrible fucking pass by Carson Wentz because he can just not get in the flow. He has as many interceptions as he does completions. So, you know, you've got to – it's just like real life. You know, this is simulation Madden. If you don't get your quarterback in a flow, they play like shit, and that was just a win. For them. He does go deep here, drops the ball, and there's another injury for Miami. He's on his own 27. I am sure he's going to punt. I mean, he has to punt according to the league rules, I'm pretty sure.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new
punt return, taking it off to the left side. Getting a good return. Ooh. Just muscle cramps. He will return. From the report from the sidelines, he just had muscle cramps, so nothing serious. They are in Miami right now. It's pretty hot. It's pretty humid down here. The rain just ended a little bit ago. Now we have bright sunshine. So it's really hot and humid down there.
And will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, after all the bullshit, the Eagles can still get a stop and keep themselves in contention for this game. I think if the Dolphins score one more time, field goal or a touchdown, this game is over. They've been dominating the Eagles all day.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got
Dolphins stick to the run. Big fucking breaking tackle up to the 44-yard line of the Eagles. What a run. He loves that read option, trip side. Yeah, he's just sticking to his guns, man. He's not switching up. Formations are different formations, but are very, very similar set up. He loves the run up the gut with trip side.
But you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Put your fours up, ladies and gentlemen. It is the start of the fourth quarter. Miami up 16-0. Eagles trying to hang on. Can't really get much going offensively. Playing an average defensive game. They're playing, well enough to keep themselves in it. But the Dolphins, the only way they lose this game is if they fuck it up. They are in complete control offensively and defensively. But regardless of the stats and the numbers on the board, the Eagles have kept them close and within a 2-possession game. So this is a big drive. I think if the Dolphins get a field goal or a touchdown, I think the Dolphins put this away. So Eagles have to get a stop. And they get a huge sack, second of the night for Cox. It is going to bring a third and forever. They are now on their own 49, so they can't even go for it even if they wanted to. They have to definitely in a passing situation. Eagles have played solid D. Let's see if they can get a good turnover here. A punt. Max can punt, so he would force him deep into his own red zone or his own territory if need be. Drops back to pass with 4 receivers. He's got Y coming across the middle. He does throw an interception. No, dropped out of bounds. Max is going to punt. Wait. What? They gave him a catch? I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That was actually a completed pass. Somebody clipped that shit. That pretty much put a dagger in the game. It looked like an incompletion. It actually looked like an interception. But I thought they ruled the Eagles player out of bounds. But in turn, it was the Dolphins player who actually caught it, kept himself in bounds to solidify a catch and pretty much the game on that play alone.
Tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They're going to look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever.
Max is pretty much doing what he wants. The last couple drives, he was slowed up. That was, in my opinion, that was a bullshit completion. Eagles have played solid D. The score could be so much worse.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 11th touchdown on the
A big run-off tackle to the left pretty much puts a dagger in the game. Nice touchdown run. The running game's been there all day. I want to say that puts him over 100 yards, but it does put him up for sure 23-0. 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the game. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. I feel sorry for the Eagles. I'm not sure what their playoff implications are, but I do know that they had a shot.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way.
And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly...
Oh, big time hit by the Dolphins just to put icing on the fucking cake. What a shot. Eagles pitch it to the right. Runs into an absolute fucking brick wall.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. At this stage of the game, with the
Running
score
game
where it
continues
is,
to
the
be
key
there with a
here is to
counter
keep
off
downs, and he did just that. Not by a
left
huge
tackle to the
margin, but he
left.
stayed in.
25 rushes,
Those come up in
117
what we
yards,
like
and a
to call
touchdown.
winning
Might even
percentage
add on
ratings.
to that total right
Things that
now.
you have to do.
I mean,
Late
he
game
has no reason to
situations,
pass. He can
kicking
run the
situations,
rest
doesn't
of the
matter what it
game, and
is. Things you have to do to
I
win a
wouldn't blame
game.
him if he
And that
did.
comes up in
The
that
running
lead.
game
You
has been
practice
there
it. You got to
consistently.
be happy to see it
The Eagles
executed.
don't even
Being able
have
to
50
stay in
total
bounds before
yards
the play
all
clock.
game.
The
The
6
Dolphins
yards on
have
the
over
pickup, that
300.
leaves him with a first and
Um,
goal.
Do
I'm
we
not
have
gonna
eyes
lie.
to
The
see
fact that
Jimmy,
the
or is he
score is
getting stronger as this game
23-0
moves along?
is a
Burst seems
blessing.
just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
Another
A
big
big
hole up
believe
the
someone
middle.
put a lot of
Man,
time
my
in the
fucking nephew
offseason
at
and
4 years
continues to
old could run
condition
through these
during the
holes right
season
now.
in order to continue to carry the ball at this
It's
rate.
unbelievable. The line play has been phenomenal for the Dolphins.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You have Mrs. Dr. Ice Punch in the booth,
Moving
eating
back to
some
the 2,
food and
they'll try
surfing the
on
web.
second and goal here.
Everybody say what up to Mrs. Ice Punch.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one
We
out.
just gained 3 followers alone, I think, because we have a female in the booth. The thirst is real on the web, ladies and gentlemen.
Kalen Balaj, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Dolphins throw it to the running back to the left side, wide open, unaccounted for, going up 30-0 in an absolute blowout win at home to solidify their dominant season. I mean, they've had a good season the entire year. I don't even know what to say. This game has been an absolute blowout.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as
He could be up 50-0 right now.
At about the 37-yard line. The Eagles offense back out on
Eagles looking for a big kick return here. Brings it down to 37. He did have a nice solid return.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go. 120. 44
Freeman again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Eagles pitch it out to the right, make a nice fancy move. 14 rushes, 45 yards. I think the running back has pretty much 3/4 of the total yards of the entire team. Running game has been there, but he's been behind the entire game, so really been no reason for him to even run.
Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, second-round pick back in 2000.
Draws back to pass. Has an eternity to throw the ball. I want to say there's a hold. It was. That big pass play will come back. It is now 3rd and forever for the Dolphins.
After the holding penalty, 3rd and long.
Weed hasn't tasted so good.
To the penalty, here's Freeman. Able to push his way through. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 30.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he takes it down.
Eagles trying to make some noise and breaks a big run off the tackle to the right side. He's going to get hawked down by the corner. He says, fuck you, and breaks another tackle, but does get brought down at the 1-yard line for 2-minute warning. He said, fuck this shutout. I'm going to make some fucking noise, get on the scoreboard, and earn a little bit of fucking respect.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout.
He tries a quarterback sneak, gets fucking blown up at the line.
Continues to be as aggressive
2nd
as he's been
down.
all game long.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is gonna
Eagles
be
got to get in the end zone here. I mean, a fucking field goal is embarrassing.
And it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with
Eagles go for the run off tackle left, doesn't get in.
and able to really make a
30-3 sounds just as terrible as fucking 30-0. The owner of the Eagles pops in the chat, says, "Fuck this game." I completely agree with him. That run, he's been getting fucked all game.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Chris Boswell now for the
He runs a play action, has a drag, hits a fucking touchdown. Hallelujah, ladies and gentlemen. Good golly molly. 30-7. The shutout is over. The shutout is over. The Eagles get on the scoreboard to make it 30-7 here late in the 4th quarter.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how.
So you're thinking there's gonna be a
to
chance.
win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translate.
Nope, Dolphins say, "Fuck you, I'm taking a deal."
Protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Ladies and gentlemen, the people in Miami have been phenomenal. Thank you so much for your hospitality. It's hot down here. It's beautiful. I don't want to leave. Dominant performance by Max in the Dolphins here in a 37 victory, sealing his fate for being, proving that this is why he's the number one, top seed in the AFC right now. He's going into the playoffs with a hot hand. Congratulations to him on the victory. And for the Eagles, you playoff. But I'm assuming they can't lose a game, can't afford to lose a game. Nobody can afford to lose a game this late in the year. But thank you so much for the hospitality. I am out of here. See y'all. My name's Jeff.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd. Waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy. Ran off on two like True Goy. Imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy. Still ducking that I did boy. In Paris.